How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. This is your boy TraderPrad. TraderPrad. But if you guys are ready for this show to get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Whoa, that was a fast transition. Why didn't it go through the other transition? Sometimes I forget to set up everything perfectly. But hey, welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, as Victoria said, hopefully everyone had a wonderful day. The opportunities, oh my goodness. QQQ, another huge green day. Back-to-back big green days on the market for the S&P 500 and the QQQ. Nvidia right back above 800. I mean, I guess 800 was broken in pre-market, but Nvidia ranged in a nice little box until it broke that box, and then it just never returned. So that gave you an insane long if you were trading that. So so many opportunities. Some of the opportunities that we talked about on yesterday's stream, such as RTX, GE, my goodness, those trades, Spotify, all those trades were awesome. We got to take advantage of some of those stocks. I pretty much had a pretty decent day for myself, and I had no single red stocks, at least the ones that I traded by my own accord. The one stock that I did trade because it was mentioned in the office and so on, I was red on that. Everyone in the office was red on that one, but thankfully I didn't go heavy on that size on that stock, so how much ever I lost did not matter at all, because I made it right back on the net other trade after, and a lot more than what I lost. So what an amazing day today for myself. Stuck to my rules, stuck to my discipline when it came to entries, but when it came to exit, I would trade PNL a lot. I would just take profits based on, I think this is a good spot to take profits because my net shows me that I'm up this much, and bang bang, I would just take profits like that. Very immature when it comes to taking profits. Still need to get better in that aspect, but what I am seeing is a huge improvement in at least the entry process, right? The entry process is being a lot more selective now, and a lot more patient, and we need to apply the same process for the exit too. Be a lot more patient and a lot more selective when the entry is needed for me to take profits from. But overall, pretty good day. We'll talk about some of my trades on the day today. We'll show you some of my trades. We'll show you the earnings board. A lot of stocks reported earnings today after hours, so we're gonna go through some of the stocks that reported earnings, read their reports, see how they played out. Maybe they give us some good trading opportunities tomorrow. We'll also go through some of the stocks that already reported earnings, such as RTX, Spotify, and GE. See if they give us some opportunities. Also UAL and AXP in that basket, with that current rise in the market that we're seeing in the QQQ and the S&P 500. American Express Express giving you a beautiful day 3 long. We talked about that yesterday, a day 3 long on American Express, and that's exactly how that one played out. So shout out to anyone who took that call out and put your eyes on that stock, or put your eyes on UAL. I guess at the end of the day, no matter what stock your eyes were on, it would have paid out because the market was just beautiful, right? And shout out to the QQQ and the SPY for helping us out on that aspect. So why don't we dive into the big screen over here, see what's on store for everything tomorrow. But before we do that, let me say a quick shout out to everybody who's in chat right now. Dieter, TH, Josh, and Victoria. How are you guys doing? I see Josh is ready with his beer in his hand, cheersing everybody. I hope somebody is drinking with Josh and not leaving him to drink by himself all alone, okay? Cheers the man back up. You know, I don't have anything to cheers him with, and you're not supposed to cheers with water. Bad luck, so I'm not going to cheers him. But I hope somebody has a beer with him and is going to cheers him back. There you go. Dieter in the chat with that nice little cheers back. Shout out to everybody. Cheers in the chat, everybody. And shout out to all of you who killed it today. Opportunities were there, so many opportunities, and I hope all of you killed it. If you did not, let's get you prepared for tomorrow. Let's get you prepared for tomorrow. All right, now we can turn off the transitions. Now we can go to I want to show you, I guess I will start off with the watch list for tomorrow. Maybe I will start off with my trades on the day. So we planned for RTX, right? RTX held a pretty good range between $100 and, if I remember correctly, 102 or so. Yep, 102 and 100. Had a beautiful range between last week's high and last week's low. That's my leg is kind of doing freaky things right now. Between last week's low and last week's high, so nice little range over there. The earnings report came in, we actually blasted through that area later on, but bouncing off of that 100 off the original sell-off off the open, bouncing off the 100, reclaiming the VWAP from today and getting ready to kind of go to the north side, gave me an opportunity to look for long right there. You can see the stock on the 1 minute chart, get long right there, add on the little consolidation breakout, take profits, and then I'm pretty much done with the trade. I start a new trade after it looks like it's holding VWAP a little bit. Clearly does not hold VWAP, gives up the 102 area. 102 was also that level that we were looking at, so not holding 102. 102 was also the level in our notes if you guys were here yesterday. So not holding that 102 area, did not really like that aspect on RTX, so I gave up on that position, walked away from this trade. My best trade on the day, RTX. Why am I getting a mouse symbol? What the heck? Okay, now GE, we talked about this one quite a bit too. We said GE is not a trade if it does not get above that 2016 high or this 52-week high. This 52-week high is exactly that orange line. If you peel the chart back and look where that orange line comes from, it comes from a 2016 high on GE. So GE pushing into that level right before earnings report. If the report's good enough, we want to see GE reclaiming that high and showing some support above that high, showing some buying above that area. And if you go to the 5-minute chart, that's exactly what it does for a really long time. And even before that, it gives you a somewhat of a similar setup to RTX. You can see how RTX drops down, pops up, reclaims today's VWAP and starts holding today's VWAP. This is where I got long in RTX, but you could have done the same thing on GE. But in my notes, I said, you know, I want to see it go above this area and hold above this area. We're way too close to resistance for me to try a long over here. It just wouldn't make sense. Clearly the stock rejected this area in pre-market twice, and right off the open did not even have the pressure to push up to that level and higher above that, so was not ready to look for the long here. Once it pushed up, pulled back and showed me enough buying above here, went for the long and was able to ride it pretty much all the way to the north side. So GE planned for that trade and capitalized on it. Nice little long opportunity over there on GE. Spotify got burnt on the first trade, sadly. Stock popped up crazily above 300, running up to almost 315, $313. We have that 313 area mapped up on a chart. Kind of walked into a wall over there, pulled back. I found an area to, I think, you know, we could risk a little bit and go long off of. Got burnt, but then the stock pops right back up and creates a solid base right into this price. The stronger this base, the higher in space. So got right back in, risked the new low. If a new low came in after the last low on Spotify, I was going to be out of that position. Thankfully it didn't. Gave me an opportunity to ride it pretty much right back into this previous 313 high. Later on, I tried the breakout of the 315 and 316 a couple times, made a couple quick dollars over there. Actually lost a dollar per share, and then I made a couple dollars per share over here on this breakout, and then I just gave up on the idea because Spotify just wasn't looking that strong overall. Made my money, hit it and quit it, walked away. Nvidia. This is not really Nvidia. This is NVDL. You know, you can manage your risk a lot better on NVDL. So I took NVDL instead. This was a keystroke. Punched the breakout of basically 813, I guess was it was 814. 814 was the range high on Nvidia. Once Nvidia broke 814, manually punched into NVDL over here and just enjoyed the ride to the upside, basically following the momentum from Nvidia, enjoying the ride. AMD right off the open, had a quick little trade on AMD over here. Was looking for that whole semiconductor sector to bounce. We were talking about this quite extensively for the last few days, how the semiconductor sector got absolutely destroyed. ARM, AMD, Nvidia being the most of them. That happened on Friday. But now Monday, pretty good recovery on the market. Today, if it was a recovery, we wanted to see if AMD would have a little bit of sympathy to the upside along with the rest of the market, rest of the sector in itself. I guess it technically did. It was up 3%. Just wasn't very clean for me for the long to play out in, so I just didn't touch it. I guess I did touch it. I touched it and I took my profits and I got stopped out and I said, you know what, this is way too choppy of an action. I don't want to be in it. Later on in the day, once it kind of broke back up and started holding VWAP, it does give you a bunch of opportunities to look for a long. You could have gotten long somewhere over here with a tight stop there, somewhere along over here with a tight stop over there, and made a quick little buck or two. So you could have gotten some opportunities overall, but I stayed away from it. I hit it and quit it. And my only loss on the day, GL had a conference in their on their earnings call, and in their earnings call, they, you know, obviously the stock was previously short reported. In the short report, they said that the stock is fraudulent, it's a scam, MLM, and so on. So the stock went from $100 to like $50, $30 or something crazy like that. Today with their earnings report popping up a little bit, but in the conference call they said they're not going to answer any questions regarding the recent short report. So that brought the stock right back to the downside, but later on got bought right back up. So that was a little bit of a what the hell. So we all got short in the office right here. We all got stopped out, sadly. So whatever, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but a pretty good day for me. But could have had an even better day had I just, you know, sized up a little bit better, traded these positions a little bit better. Could have done a lot of things a lot better, and sadly that will be the regret forever, and that will be my trades on the day. Now the watch list for tomorrow, as always, Magnificent 7, and within the Magnificent 7 we have the king of the watch list, Tesla, which reported earnings today. As a quick brief on Tesla, they missed on earnings report, but they jumped up like what, 10% in the after hours, so that's pretty crazy. So we'll take a look at all these stocks over here as a quick glance, but most importantly Tesla. We'll look at the report and we'll look at the stocks move and see if we can find some possible trades for ourselves. Also got the semiconductor, the crypto sector, but the next few important stocks are basically down here at the bottom of the list, which are Visa, ENPH, Seagate Technologies, Boeing.
I agree. Chess loser too.
Jesus Christ, scared the shit out of me every single time. Not ready for that. I'm never ready for that TTS to play out. I'm always saying something and it comes out mid-sentence. Pratt said he's a boomer. I agree. Chess loser too. Yeah, why do I let you bully me every single day? Now that you donated, I can watch my other screen here real quick. to see what the score is on the NBA playoffs. Does he play chess? I try to. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm like 300 or something. I've recently started. I'm pretty bad at chess, but I like the journey of learning how to play it and you know, trying to get better. Trying to get better. The rule is I have to play until I get a win every night. At least one win live on stream every night before I call it a night. 22 Minnesota, 19 Phoenix with 1 minute left in the first quarter. Ant-Man passes. Ant-Man gets the ball back. Ant-Man dribbles, sends it out, sends it back. 3-point shoot. All right. Back to the market, ladies and gentlemen. So this is pretty much the watch list. These stocks are a lot more important than honestly any of these stocks over here. Tesla takes the cake for tomorrow, probably the most important stock. I'll be watching it right off the open. Along with that, we might have Boeing, and then we got maybe day 2 opportunities on GE, Spotify, RTX. All of them had a pretty good move. Maybe not RTX, but Spotify and GE had a pretty good move on the day today. So looking for them to have a day 2 move. American Express and UAL are kind of not even day 2 anymore. They're day 3, day 4, day 5 plays. American Express was day 3 today. UAL might be day 4, day 5, day 6. Honestly, that doesn't exist. But with the climb that UAL has, or should I say the runway takeoff that the UAL has been doing recently, we gotta watch this position a little bit closer. American Express had a beautiful day 3 today, so we'll see if that one can have that continuation flow from that earnings report, as it made another new all-time high on American Express, AXP. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is our watch list for tomorrow. And I'll quickly bring in the earnings calendar to show you what other stocks reported, just in case if you're interested in any of these ones for yourselves. Tesla, Visa will be Tesla, Visa, ENPH, and Seagate will be the ones that I'll be looking at. But also Texas Instruments, Steel Dynamics, Mattel, all of which I have traded before, are reporting, so you could keep an eye out for them too if you're interested in that, along with AT&T, Humana, General Dynamics, Boston Scientific, and Biogen, all reporting tomorrow pre-market. Tomorrow after hours, we got a lot more fun with Meta, IBM, and then Microsoft, Google, and Intel on Thursday. So earnings reports are just getting hotter and hotter. So let's get ready for all that fun. Starting with the one that reported today after hours, TESLA. Ticker, Tesla. For that, we're going to bring in our good friend Benzinga. Check out the link below in the description for Benzinga, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's that. Okay, anyways, Tesla. Let's go take a look at the Tesla's report. Tesla reported first quarter revenue of 21 billion, which was down 9% year over year. The revenue total miss on the estimates of 22, so not that big of a miss, but miss overall. Automotive revenue was 17.38 billion in the quarter, down 13% year over year. Services and other revenue rose up 25% year over year. Okay, the company said revenue was impacted by lower average selling prices and lower vehicles delivered in the quarter. Earnings per share was 45 cents in the quarter, which missed the street estimates of 51 cents per share. First quarter deliveries and production came in to 386,000 compared to 433,000. And units, deliveries and production, got it, respectively, declined year over year and quarter over quarter. The figures were also below estimates from analysts. The company said the chairman in the first quarter included an arson attack at Gigafactory. What the hell does that even mean? The ramp up of the Model 3. Oh, there was a fire attack on the Gigafactory Berlin. Damn, okay. Model 3 in Fremont and Red Sea conflict all coming into play for that problem. Tesla also said global electric vehicles face pressure. The company saw energy storage of whatever in this quarter, which was up 4% year over year. Supercharger locations totaled up to that much amount, which is up 26% year over year. The company reported digital assets of 184 million in the quarter, in line with the past quarter. Tesla recently announced job cuts that could be a key topic of the conference call later Tuesday. We recently undertook a cost-cutting exercise to increase operational efficiency. We also remain committed to company-wide cost reduction, including reducing COGS per vehicle, cost per goods sold per vehicle. The company said. Tesla said it's focused on profitable growth going forward. A warning notice that Tesla terminated 6,000 employees at its factories Tuesday, according to Reuters. A slide in the inventory report said that Tesla ecosystem is more than just vehicles, highlighted humanoid robots, artificial intelligence, full self-driving, ride-hail, energy storage, solar, insurance, and more. We've been investing in the hardware and software ecosystems necessary to achieve vehicle autonomy and ride-hailing service, the company said of artificial intelligence. Okay, Tesla said it will continue to invest in core AI infrastructure in the coming months. Isn't that the job of X? But I guess Tesla is X. For its outlook, the company said it's between two growth waves that will see 2024 vehicles volume growth wind up notably lower than the 2023 growth rate. Okay, maybe because of the other problems that were there before. The company said it has liquidity to fund its product roadmap, expansion plans, and other expenses moving forward. We have updated our future vehicle lineup, accelerate the launch of new models ahead of our previously communicated start of production in the second half of 2025. This includes more affordable models and the next generation platform, the company said. The next gen car is listed as in development in the Tuesday shareholder letter. This update, blah, 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 blah. Is there any outlook? That's the only outlook we get between... Okay. No numbers. They just said we're gonna do better. Trust me, bro. That's my resource. Trust me, bro. We're gonna do better. Overall, at the time of the report, Tesla went up 5% after missing EPS, after missing revenue. Multiple numbers for the car side itself were down, but multiple numbers on the other side were down. But I guess because they said a lot of things about AI really helped the crap out of them over here. A lot of AI being mentioned, a lot of humanoid robots, because that's obviously the future. I mean, come on. I think Elon said that within the next 7 years, everyone will have $1,000 robot in their house. I'm not doubting that claim at all. I'm not doubting that statement at all. I actually recently was talking to my mother. I was like, Mom, you know, very soon we'll have a robot doing the dishes instead of you asking me to do it. It was a little bit of joke over there, but that's the whole idea. You'll have robots basically taking over, not only doing household chores in your house, such as doing the dishes or you know, cleaning the house. You'll have robots then taking over cashier jobs, which are easily operated. You'll have robots doing maybe security jobs. Soon they'll be taking over a lot of manual jobs too. And Tesla might be at the forefront of creating the top tier robot. I mean, Boston Dynamics is honestly at the forefront of creating that top tier robot with Atlas 2. I think it's called Atlas 2, the new one with the camera and it walks backwards and so on. That one's pretty cool. But Tesla, with the whole AI being mentioned, I think caught a lot of boost to the upside. Maybe some of these numbers were already expected because they also, again, they cut down the cost of the cars again right before the earnings report on the Monday of this week. So pretty surprising over there. Overall, you were expecting them to, you know, not make more money. What do you expect when you're selling a car for a lower price than you were previously selling? You expect them to make more money? Not necessarily. It doesn't work like that, right? So that doesn't work out that way. But I guess what they did like to see is the services and other revenue rose 25% year over year. So they're actually seeing growth in the other sectors over here, and they might have just taken a hit on the automotive sector, which is fine. You know, they had a big boom recently. After a big boom, usually it starts to settle down a little bit, and I think that's what the market likes. Something that I got to remind myself, as always, when I look at these reports is I am not an analyst, right? I am not a stock analyst. I'm not a market analyst. I'm just a day trader. So what can I do with this information presented to me using our good friends Benzinga? We can do is find a good setup, look for that setup to play out, and when it does, be ready to take advantage of it. Real quick, I feel like I need to delete some of these lines. There's way too much nonsense lines going on in my chart. But now we'll leave these on. Actually, these lines are fine. Go back to the 5-minute chart, and here we go. Nice little move in the after hours. Clearly, we popped up in the after hours off that report. We saw how the report said they were up 5% at the time of the report, but they closed about 10% or a little bit more than 10% in the after hours today, almost coming back into that 165, 170 area where we've seen the stock struggle before. Last week's high, 170. If the stock is not able to get above 170, 170.50 tomorrow and clearly trade above that price, there's no longs for me on Tesla at all. So we want to see Tesla break above, pull back, show support. If it's not showing support at 170.60, at the very least show support higher than 170.60, 170.50, at which point I'll be more than happy to look for that long over there. But as you see, the report was a miss on EPS and on revenue, so this move might just find a lot of selling right back into this area where the stock seems to have gotten stuffed quite a bit. Not too long ago, you can even see right above 170 where last week's high is, right over here into 180 or so. We found a lot of trouble over there too, into 180, 185 on Tesla. So anywhere above here, I'm not going to expect too much. But if we do get above 170 and find buying above last week's high, clearly the report is bullish enough at this point that the market loves it. Kathy Wood probably doing her little dance in her office, and maybe she's loading up more. So always love to see what type of action Kathy Wood shows up with anytime Tesla reports. That's actually a setup in itself. Kathy Wood usually shows up with a big bid on Tesla anytime a report comes in and starts running up the price. So I'll be interested to see if that happens, and we'll be ready to play the action on TSLA. Coming back to the daily chart, sorry, the 5-minute chart here real quick. Oh, did not mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Looking to see if there's any levels that might be interesting to me. I'm just going to put in that 170.50 last week high. And then I'm going to look for the pre-market action to see like how are we playing in the pre-market. If we're playing in this area in the pre-market already, it could be a good short back down into these areas, at which point you could possibly find some support later on. But right now you can see how in the after hours we clearly got back above this 152 area, which was a level from previously in the past. Right over here, this 152, which was an April 2023 low. We kind of broke that low not too long ago. Is that a dot that I just put in low? Not too long ago we broke that low. So now kind of getting above that low and showing some support above that very same low. Looks like that level could be something to keep an eye out for. If the stock opens up somewhere down over here and shows the support down here, that's not that far out from last week's low. So I'll be looking for a long all the way from between this area, between last week's low area. It doesn't say last week's low. That should be probably last week's high. Oh no, last week's low. Okay, yeah. So if we do pull back to last week's low or all the way back into 152, I'll be interested to see how the stock trades. So basically the levels I'm interested in is last week's high, last week's low. It better find support above last week's low based on how it traded today after hours. And if it does breaks last week's high, you better find buying above last week's high for me to be interested in the long at all. Otherwise, I'm only looking for the short action on this position. So as a support, I'll just put in 152 for now. Under 152, I'll put in 146, which is last week's low. For Tesla, quickly go back in to confirm that is the price. Come on, Prad, stop drawing lines on your chart. Last week, yeah, 146. It says 146.22. I'm just going to round it down to 146 as a nice little last week's low to keep an eye out for. That's pretty much the game plan on Tesla. See what type of action shows up in the pre-market, and then we get ready to roll the dice, baby. Roll the dice. Maybe Tesla also helps the overall market to have another big green day and brings the other stocks with it even higher, such as Li Auto, Rivian, NIO. I don't even know where Rivian is right now. Maybe we take a quick little glance at it. Hey, Rivian got a nice little move back up recently. NIO, where are you? $4. My goodness. Lee Auto was recently made a big run up to $40 or so. We were surprised by that, but what a big short off of that level. It struggled to just move into that price, and then we were waiting for that area to come into play. Missed out on a big short over here on Lee Auto. Ooh, you guys typed a lot in the chat. Missed out on all what you guys said. I was too busy looking at Tesla. Did you sleep in your Leafs jersey last night? Still wondering. Shut up, dude. We won the fight, okay? We won the match. We won the game. We won the game. Game 2. Stumbling over here because I'm trying to watch the Minnesota game and I'm trying to watch the chat at the same time. Yeah, answer Swimmer's question, Prad. Shut up, Ani. Haven't played in years. Can't imagine I even make it past a few moves. Yeah, she tried against me and she didn't make it past even move 5. Move 9, I think I killed her. Tesla earnings were even lower than what analysts forecast. Exactly. I played 3 minutes a game. You played 3-minute games? Ooh, those are harder. Those are harder. What's your rank in 3-minute games? Missed earnings and they go up, figure. I know, right? Tesla has a horrid PE ratio. I mean, come on. Tesla is not trading on PE. It never is, right? It never is. We're never looking at the PE ratio for Tesla. Gold down, coin up, BTC up. We were looking at gold today in the office. And yeah, coin had a monster run up today too. Where is Bitcoin? I did not look at Bitcoin all day. It's still at 66K. Not really doing much, I guess. But had a little bit of run up. Horrid company cars and customer services are questionable. They don't give a shit about customers. I would never buy one. Maybe Elon is a robot. That's a very, very popular theory. It's a very popular theory that Elon is a robot himself. So I wouldn't doubt it. It's like the world events don't matter now. We're like, I'm not trying to, say that it should happen, but we're one strike away from another world event coming into the market and affecting it to go down also. So just be careful on that side, obviously. But yeah, at this moment, the reversal in the markets are nice. We just gotta be happy with it. A robot that makes samosas. Yo, that'd be sick. I'd buy that robot to make me samosas every single day, non-stop. Come on, that robot will be awesome. Actually, Kathy funds aren't up either. Well, ARK, you mean? ARK isn't up? ARK should go up quite a bit tonight after hours. Yeah, they should do pretty well tonight or tomorrow. We'll see how ARK sets up. Pretty big sell-off though. Goddamn ARK. What do the Lees and the Titanic have in common? I'm not answering that question. And anyone who answered that question, you're going to get banned in the chat. They both look good until they hit the ice. Well, you're the one who asked the question, so you're allowed to say it. But good thing no one else answered that question because they were going to get banned. 800 on 3-minute games. That's actually amazing. That could be probably 1200 on 10-minute games, right? I think that's like around the same math, maybe a little bit plus minus 100. I'll give it plus minus 100. Not like I know what I'm talking about, but I'll give it plus minus 100. Okay. Putting our track back on, putting our train back on track and getting, not getting derailed over here. Let's continue with the stocks that report earnings today after hours. We just looked at Tesla. Tesla looked awesome for tomorrow. Very excited. Let's go check out Visa. Visa is a crazy stock that usually I try to stay away from. But tomorrow with earnings report, maybe we get some activity with this one. It should be near all-time highs, almost like American Express. Not that far away from all-time highs. Currently holding in a nice little range over here that it previously traded in. So waiting to see how Visa sets up. But right now we do have the stocks report. So why don't we take a look at that report and then we can start charting for it. So let me pull up Benzinga again and fish for the report. That's not it. That's the one. Okay, Visa reported quarterly adjusted earnings of $2.51 per share, which beat the analyst consensus estimates of $2.44 by 2.87%. Quarterly revenue came in at 8.7 billion, beating the analyst consensus of blah 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 by 1% to 2%, representing a 9.89% increase, representing an over sales. They just said over sales increase over sales. Okay, got it. Payments volume increased 8% over the prior year. That's awesome. What else did increase? Services revenue increased by 7%. All other revenue categories are recognized based on the current quarter activity. Data processing revenue rose 12%. International transaction revenue grew 9%. Other revenue grew 37%. Clients' incentives were up for 12%. The stock might have killed it. Only up 3% in the after hours. Okay. Visa expects third quarter revenue to be in the low double digits and earnings per share in the high end of the low double digits. The company's full double digits. Okay, but we don't see the estimates. I would love to see the estimates. They're just telling us what they're expecting, but we're not getting the estimates from Benzinga, sadly. Overall, the report looks good. Looks like the stock did pop up about 3% when the report came out around 5 o'clock or so. Let's go see if it got extended a little bit more, and it did. Wow. Nice little pop up over here on Visa to the north side, and looks like we got some options over here for tomorrow to play with. Not only do we have Tesla, but we also got Visa. Let me quickly delete some of my old lines that I'm not gonna use at all, and throw in the line for last week's high, last week's low. Go back to the yearly chart, mark up the all-time high. Okay, and we're not that far from the all-time high now, are we? Right? Very, very similar to that American Express setup. Now, what's beautiful is if we pull right into this last week's high of 278, 280 area, we actually are under 280 right now, I think. No, I'm thinking that's where the stock currently is, but that's where we closed today. It's currently around 280. So if we continue to find support at 280, or even pull back into last week's high and find support around last week's high, I think that's a very, very interesting position over there. Find some buyings above last week's high for us to get ready to continue going higher. Don't think we see the all-time high tomorrow, because the stock's ATR is what? Let me quickly go check. Visa ATR is only $4 for a $200 position. It's only $4, so not expecting a lot of craziness happening over here on Visa. But with the earnings catalyst, with pretty good of an earnings report that we just dissected, I think we got some opportunities to play with the stock tomorrow. If we got a higher RVOL off the open, that could be some really good opportunities to play with. Look for Visa to hold somewhere on the pullback into 280 or so, and if it breaks 280, I mean, we are at 280 right now. So I'm going to look for all the way from 278 all the way to 280 as an area, as a zone, to see if a buying can come in that whole pocket. And if it can, and buyers are bidding higher and higher above this price, I want to be ready for that long smash hit. Maybe we got to move all the way back into this after hour high of 284, or even any higher than that, all the way into the all-time high of 290, only about $7 away from this after hour high over here. So very interested to see what type of dice rolls we get on Visa tomorrow. I like how all of these trades are just dice rolls, in my opinion. Oh, I don't want to see the trade. Okay, well, we saw it anyways. ENPH was going to be the next stock on hand. And I was going to say that I don't think ENPH has a lot of things in its future, even if the report came out good, because if interest rates continue to be higher, it's not necessarily a good thing for stocks like SEDG, for stocks like ENPH. They've continued to go lower as the interest rates continue to stay higher. So ENPH, especially with the report coming out today, looks like they missed on that report. Yep, missing on the EPS, missing on the revenue, and with the whole interest rates looming over their head too, bringing it lower and lower. So tomorrow it could be a good short opportunity. ENPH does have a decent RVol and decent volume behind it too. You can see though it's a little bit of a boomer stock. It could get bought up right back, so that's a little bit of a not really too interesting of a trade opportunity there if I think about it. But we got some levels that it could drop into, and if it does, we could maybe look for reversal longs from there. And if it is holding below these levels, then we could look for a short through that for another new area before it bounces off of. So looking to see what ENPH does tomorrow. At the moment, very, very weak off this report. Don't even think I need to dive into the report even more. Just the fact that we are seeing continuous sell-off and the idea that the whole interest rates are still looming on it is enough for me to just go, okay, I'm gonna look for the short tomorrow. This is the last week's low. This is the last week's high. Bang and bang. So you can see how the stock is clearly below last week's low. Oh, we actually bounced and came right back above last week's low and are now holding above that slightly. So if we get the breakout through that area tomorrow again for a sell-off to the downside, that's going to be a great opportunity. At the moment, that area is exactly where the earnings anchor VWAP is also. So ENPH is a little interesting now. I was expecting it to be under last week's low, but it's holding above last week's low. So I almost want to go check the report out to see if they only missed because of all the other problems, or they... Where's the report? There it is. What happened with the NPH? 263 against 281, 35 cents against 40. Revenue went down 34% year over year, while Europe increased 70%. The decline in revenue compared to fourth quarter was a result of seasonality and further softening in the U.S. demand, while we continued to reduce shipments to manage channel inventory. Issued weak guidance, which appears to be adding to the selling pressure. Revenue to come in between this compared to that, so 290 to 330 versus 350, so way lower than the estimates range. Enphase shares were down 8%. SunNova, so other stocks, RUN, SEDG, which I mentioned earlier to you guys, and NOVA also kind of tracking down after that report. SunNova will report after the market close on May 1st. Sunrun will report May 8th. SEDG will report May 8th. And we're looking to see how these stocks will come out to play. So far, the ENPH, I guess I don't really need to read more about it. That just confirms my down move a little bit more. We are looking for the short opportunity for that breakout below 106, and any hold below 106 is just the easy share, easy short for me in my opinion. So I'm gonna put 106 as an inflection. Right now 106 is a support area. It shows up as a support. Thank you, Mohammed, for subscribing. ENPH right now shows up as a support. But 106 right now shows up as a support, but I think we're gonna see the stock easily below 106 in the pre-market tomorrow, and any sort of pullbacks into 106 makes it a resistance, and you're looking to look for that resistance through that level for a nice little short opportunity into that daily area that we just mapped out, which is around $93 to the downside. So looking to see how ENP8 sets up off this 106 area. Holy moly, indicators. I mean, horizontal lines. I had this idea that I should never delete a line that I put in because I will have it forever and you never know when that line comes into play. Stupid idea. I hate it. I completely hate it. So we're gonna get rid of all of those. Quickly come back over here, put in last week's low, put in last week's high, go back to the daily chart. Is that an all-time high? No, it's not. It was, ooh, on the monthly chart, it looks like a little bit of a head and shoulders maybe. Anyways, this is the daily chart. Nope, that's the weekly chart. This is a daily chart. Here's the report. Miss on revenue slightly, beating on EPS quite well. So let's go check out what STX report looks like. STX, not that, not that, not that. Is that STX? Not STX either. Okay, well, they're just giving us exactly what the stock is showing us anyways, or TradingView is showing us. Declared cash dividend of 70 cents per share. That's all already there. Cash flow from operations came in at 188 million and free cash flow of 128 million. Earnings per share of adjusted earnings per share is 12 cents and diluted is 33 cents. Revenue came in at 1.66 billion. Blah blah blah. Revenue grew 6% year over year. Okay, that's pretty much very short report over here on Benzinga on STX. Overall growth, that's exactly what you want to see in companies like this, right? It's a company that sells computer peripherals like hardware. Not sure if they're involved in like mouse and keyboard and stuff, but they're in the hard drive space and so on, right? So Seagate, very well known company for nerds such as myself that build their own PCs and so on. So I always love watching how this company and also Western Digital moves, and anytime Western Digital or Seagate has a catalyst, the other one has a sympathy trade within it. Not saying that I'm gonna watch WDC because Seagate reported. I'm just gonna trade Seagate, but there's an opportunity over there for you guys to catch that sympathy move. If you missed out on Seagate tomorrow, go look for a possible sympathy on Western Digital. But very interesting over here off the report. It looks like a pretty decent report. Growth, even though they missed on revenue, it looks like they are growing and their EPS did beat. So let's go into the 5-minute chart, see if they popped up on zilch. Nothing burger move over here on the stock. It popped up, it popped back down and did absolutely nothing. We're gonna need a lot more of activity tomorrow if we're gonna trade this position at all. So right now, leaving this stock absolutely blank on my watch list. This is my watch list for tomorrow. Leaving that stock absolutely blank. No color, no levels being mapped out for it, because if it does not show me volume off the report, I'm going to be skeptical for volume intraday, and I'm going to be very careful as to any fake outs, right? Because I want to see that original catalyst bringing in that craziness, that whoa, what's going on from that market. But if it's not doing that, I'm gonna stay away from it. Brother, what is that? Right? So come bring in that meme, insert that meme over here. Now the next few stocks that we have on the watch list are actually stocks that report, so at least the next one stock that we have over here is Boeing, and sadly Boeing reports tomorrow pre-market. A couple other stocks that we're going to talk about very soon are going to be stocks that already reported and had a pretty good monster move on them. So let's go to Boeing over here real quick, show you that Boeing has been absolutely getting destroyed recently, but I guess we'll see if the report tomorrow. I don't really need that line anymore, and I don't need you anymore either. Get out of my face. We'll see if Boeing can have a little bit of a recovery now off this earnings report. We'll be interested to see if people are still buying their flights or not. They said they're going to be interested in buying, or sorry, Boeing is going to be looking to sell flying cars by 2025, 2027. How about we make a flight that doesn't fall out of thin air first? Make a flying aircraft that doesn't randomly fall out of thin air first, and then we can talk about making flying cars. But tomorrow they report earnings, so we'll see what type of activity Boeing comes up with. Right now, if you look at the daily chart, they have a beautiful range on the daily chart in a nice little box. It's basically the last week's low and the last week's high. We're just ranging between the last week's low and last week's high, getting ready for that earnings report. On that report, a breakout to the high side and holding above this area, beautiful long. A breakout to the downside and holding below this area, a beautiful short. If we're just in this area, not interested at all. So let's see how Boeing starts up tomorrow. pretty interesting stock. As always the eyes are on BA, especially on earnings day or any big catalyst day, such as, you know, the wheel flying off the side of the plane while they're flying out, or the fuselage door flying out in midair, and so on. So we'll love watching to see what type of trades Boeing gives us. We also have this 169 area, which was a nice little double bottom before we broke down. So you can see that area can possibly come into play too. I'm actually going to put in last week's high to last week's low as my what do I want to say, infliction zone, and we're gonna put 169.50 as my resistance at the moment to see how the stock trades going into that beautiful double bottom. Boeing jumping the sharks with flying cars. They need to calm down with the whole flying cars nonsense. They're going crazy with it. They're going crazy. What do you do if the watch list doesn't give you anything? It's simply not possible, because I plan for so many stocks. that it's simply impossible. There hasn't been a single day where I just don't have a single trade opportunity. There's been many days where I screw up my own opportunities by not taking it because I'm too scared, or I think I'm wrong. And then later on in the day, I get to come on the stream and I get to hit this emoji over here and dance about it a little bit, and then get upset that I didn't get to trade that position even though we called it or we planned it and so on. And that's why I always say to this one other guy, buddy, your calls don't mean shit. Only thing that matters in this market, in this beautiful game, is execution. Can you execute? You can call the bottom, you can call the top all you want, but can you execute, and how do you execute? How well do you execute? Do you just start buying from 15 points away, from 100 points away by just because you're calling the bottom? Or are you gonna, let the buyers come in? Are you gonna actually get confirmation? So calling doesn't mean shit in this business. But I do it all the time. I give you calls over here all the time. The point is, you got to execute. Always execute. Without execute, it doesn't mean jack shit at all. There's tons of traders on Twitter who just talk their talk, have their paper trades, give you call outs. I'm not one of them. My job is to show execution, and I showed you some execution today at the start of the stream. And boy, oh boy, did we have fun on the markets. All right, Boeing is going to be a beautiful opportunity. We already have 4 stocks on orange color scheme: Tesla, Visa, ENPH, and Boeing. So honestly, I don't think we need any more than that. But thankfully, we all have a lot more stocks over here that are setting up for beautiful trade opportunities. GE taking out a 2016 high. Taking out a 2016 high. And finding buyers above it, holding above it for a long time period. This is the 5-minute chart. So this is what? How long is this? Stop it. That's an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 35 minutes of holding above that price from last week's high and above the 2016 high. So clearly demand in this position after a good earnings report. This is where the position gets interesting for us. This is where an position does not get interesting for us, right? We talked about GM. Why GM was not interesting at all. GM looked a little bit like GE. It could pop into that 52-week high and start traveling above the 52-week high. But if it doesn't get above the 52-week high, I don't care about the long at all. And I don't care about the short until we get back below this last week's high, because if the report was strong enough, this could very well just be a range between this whole bottom. So I don't care about that. So I stayed away from GM. I went to GE instead. And I looked for that beautiful support coming in, that bottom coming into play, played that long off of that, and captured a nice little opportunity for myself. I think my top 3rd trade today was GE, if I remember correctly. Overall, looking to see if we get a continuation of it. Beautiful level, 2016 high. Any sort of pullbacks into this last week high or that 2016 high area from $158.50 to $158. Basically, this whole 50-cent range on this position, we want to look for those longs. Average 30-day volume is 9 million. We brought in 19 million, almost 20 million today. So as for support, right off the bat, we're going to put in 158 to 158.50. And if it starts holding anywhere above it, we want to look for that long. Might have missed that 160 later on in the day for myself, but at the moment you can also see how the VWAP for today is coming in right around that 159 area. So 158.50, 159, looking for that whole area to come in for support. Very, very interested for GE. Spotify. Monster long on Spotify to start the day, but later on pulled right back below last week's high. So looks like a little bit of a problem over here, right into this 52-week high. That's not all-time high. Right into this 52-week high. A lot of trouble. You can see how the candle looks on the daily chart, right? It looks crazy on the 5-minute chart if you ignore everything that happened later on in the day, right? Monster run up, but later on a monster sell off on Spotify. A lot of trouble into that 313 area. So if you are looking for the longs, I think you might want to be a little careful. Mainly I'm looking for failure to follow through to the upside. Any pops that get sold off on Spotify is kind of what I'm setting up for at the moment. But if the market's screaming to the upside tomorrow, maybe I'm not even looking to trade Spotify too much. I'm more interested in GE, Tesla, Visa, because they're looking to go higher. And if the market's going higher, these stocks will have a little bit more oomph, a little bit more juice to go into their direction and kind of just run over any shorts that are in the path, right? Run over any stops that are in the way. So looking for that fun on those stocks if the stock's going high, if the market's going higher, and if the market's going lower, then we might have to take a look at some of the large cap stocks such as Apple, Microsoft, Netflix. Netflix got beat down quite a bit off their earnings report, making a little bit of a recovery. You can take a look at that. Nvidia made a beautiful recovery today, back above 800 all the way to 830, 840 almost. You can take a look at that. It's a lot of opportunities there across the board for us to play with. And STX looks a little fishy. That's something that you can play to the downside. Spotify, the market's flushing and Spotify is failing to even hold 300 on the bid. If Spotify cannot hold where it opened at today, cannot hold 300 on the bid, then it's almost, there's no more longs anymore, right? If it cannot hold 300, cannot hold today's low of 298.50, there's simply no longs in Spotify tomorrow. So bottom line support for the long direction is going to be 298.50 to 300. And if you're looking for the shorts, you want to see the stock being able to clearly get sold off under 300 and then just look for that breakout to add to your position under yesterday's low. Clear sell off under 300 or any pops into 310, any pops into 307. Look for any sell offs coming into play over there. Then we can ride the boat and join the downside. So I'm going to put in 310, 307 to 310. And then above 310, obviously you have that 313 and then today's high of 320. Other levels you can keep an eye out for. For me, if it kind of goes above 310, I'll be not looking to do anything at 313. I'll possibly wait for 320. Honestly, might not even try to short, because if it's holding above 300, then there is no short on this trade. Right? If it's holding above 300, there is no short. But if it's doing some sort of a pop right off the open into these 305, 307 areas, pops into it, rejects, and then sells off right off of that area, that looks a lot more interesting. So looking to see how Spotify sets up from there. RTX, sadly not as interesting as I want it to be, because it's right inside last week's range. We did get a little bit of a breakout. We're not that far away from all-time high, but if we continue to see the support coming in at the $100 area again, I think there could be a little bit of a swing trade idea coming into RTX over here into that all-time high area. So I'll be looking to see if 100 can continue to hold. If 100 does not hold on RTX, there's simply no long on this position. No long at all. 100 needs to hold at the very least bottom dollar 99, because we'll give it $1 risk from 100 based on how the stock's trading, based on where we're entering, and so on. If it's not holding 99 to 100, there's simply no longs on this position tomorrow at all. Ooh, typed in American Express in my notes, did not mean to do that. AXP, another big breakout. Day 1, day 2, day 3, now at a new all-time high. Almost a stock like Visa, pretty much exactly like Visa. And with Visa coming out with a good report, taking themselves to the higher side, I only expect American Express to join that boat, use that as a sympathy, and continue its rally that it's been on. So waiting to see, and that's a pretty damn bullish candle. We started at the low of the day and we closed at the high of the day. So pretty damn bullish candle over there on AXP. Their ATR is about $5, so that should be a little interesting to trade also. And if Visa is like I said, doing good things with themselves, American Express doing good things with themselves too. They reported a very good earnings report recently, so looking to see how we can join this party again one more time for another rally to the upside. Looking for any pullbacks that get bought up and any supports to come into play right above this previous all-time high, right above this last week high area, anywhere above this area that we see buying coming into. A nice little 5-minute pattern sets up where we can see like maybe a bull flag or a little bit of a wedge pattern, rising wedge, continuation wedges, whatever. Any good 5-minute pattern that sets up and it breaks out with volume, I would love to join that pattern for AXP and ride that boat. But if we're looking for a bottom line support where longs are no longer existent on this trade, that will be exactly where last week's high is, which is around $231. Quite a bit of a way away from where the stock is today. If you're all the way back to 231.50, 231 area, it'll be a little bit surprising to me. But if we are back there, that should be an amazing long, honestly. So I'll be looking to see how 8XP sets up over there. And UAL. What's going on with UAL, ladies and gentlemen? Not sure. No answers over here, but looks like it wants to continue its rally. At the moment, I have no answers for how I want to trade this. It's not even day 3 anymore. It's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Tomorrow's day 6. Do we really expect day 6 to be something like that? Not really. So I'm not looking something crazy to happen tomorrow. If anything, if we are getting under this last week's high and also getting under yesterday's low, under $53, $52.80, and not able to hold $53 on the bid, I think we got a beautiful short opportunity on UAL to the downside. So that's where I'm going to be watching to play. If this stock is simply not able to hold $52.80 to $53 on the bid, then it's going to be a pretty good short all the way back into $50, maybe even more. And that's going to be an insane opportunity, especially if the market's pulling back. UAL will be a good short. Maybe that's what I should do. I should set up this trade, color it red background for shorts, and for stocks that I'm looking for long, I'll color them green. RTX I'm looking for, and for neutral, I'll leave them orange. Okay. For neutral, I'll leave them orange. Spotify was neutral, mainly short, but neutral. GE was mainly long. Visa was mainly long. ENPH was mainly short. Tesla was mainly long. I like this. Why didn't I do this before? Jeez. And anything that's green is either high important or neutral, or we just don't know what we want to do with it, but we have levels where we want to see what happens that we can play with it. Awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome. So ring the like bell. Is it the like bell? Ring the notification bell and the like button and the subscriber button, because your boy would love a bigger subscriber count. Help me out. Hit that with that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Do all that YouTube algorithm stuff that YouTube and Google loves you to do, so you can help me out, please, pretty please. All right, let's see what the score is. Halftime report. If it's halftime report, then I'm gonna have to go here to go see what the score is. Durant with 11 points. I'm cooked. No threes at all. I'm absolutely cooked. Devin Booker, 2 assists. Okay, this is not happening. 1 3 made, 5 points, and all right, forget it. It's over. It's Jover. Another move down in stock is real possibility. Stocks fell too far too fast and now have risen 2 days in a row. Now what? I mean, anything is possible. We're very close to the the year to date anchor VWAP on the QQQ and on the SPY. We'll see how those reactions come into play around those areas. Not that I'm saying that a reaction is warranted right off of those areas. It might not even be in play, but it's something to keep an eye out for. Everyone who's been buying and selling since the start of the year, the best premium price on QQQ at the moment is right around $430, and we're not that far away from there. So we'll see how the market reacts around this area. All the auto companies are laying off workers. Chrysler axed 400 engineers about a month ago. All this work and only 8 likes. Come on, people. Really? That's all I have? I'm also putting so much work on the social media side. I'm trying to edit videos. I don't even know how to do that. So hard. Hey, man. As long as some of you appreciate my work over here and you guys find it useful, I mean, I hope so. I hope you're not just here to see me make myself a clown on chess at the end of the night, but you're actually here to, you know, look at my stocks and the way I trade, and you know, maybe talk about the market a little bit. Maybe, you know, something that I spend an hour or so a daily with you. I know most of you are here just to watch me lose on chess. I know Ani is. I appreciate the comedy she goes. She's just here to bully me, and she's here to watch me lose on chess. I'm pretty proud of myself on this watch list right now. Why didn't I do this before? I'm pretty proud of me finally changing the color system a little bit. The red is too close to, you know what? Neutral will now be blue. All right. There you go. Thanks, Brad. You helped me get better at journaling. I love it. Awesome, Victoria. Let's go. Come on. Tell me more good things. Tell me more good things. I need to hear more good things. I'm joking. I'm not fishing for comments. Okay, let's get to QQQ. QQQ having a nice little bounce up, as T8 just mentioned a little bit. QQQ having a nice little 2-day bounce, going, I think, maybe 4-ish% so far. Not even. 2.5%. 2.5% or so. Like I mentioned, that 430 area on the QQQ looks like a little bit of a wall that I can run into. The SPY has actually reclaimed the year-to-date anchor VWAP and looks a lot better than the QQQ over here. So a little interesting over there. Something that I mentioned on my Twitter, that the Dow and the IW, even though the market, the QQQ and the SPY have been falling, the Dow and the IW have been actually, IWM have actually been flat or positive both those days when the market took a big nosedive. And when market started going back up, the Dow is booming, the IWM is booming. So it looks like the market was just waiting for that reversal almost to come into play. But as TH mentioned, you know, what happens once that buying dries up and we run back into those sellers who were very prevalent not too long ago? Are they still there, and are they ready to smack the market down? Or is the fear of the war and all the craziness over all of a sudden? As the fear of interest rates over all of a sudden? So you know, everything comes into play in the market. Something that's very important for understanding, you know, why the markets could move tomorrow will be the economic calendar. Hopefully that's a good segue over there. That'll be the economic calendar. 8:30 a.m. we got the durable goods number. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. Looks like that's the only two 3-star events coming out tomorrow, sadly. So nothing too much that can most likely move the market. Atlanta GDP number at 12:30. 5-year auction note at 1 o'clock. That one might be a little bit of importance. The longer the time period, the higher the importance for the auction notes for these bonds. So keep an eye out for those ones over there. But overall, the 3-star events are the ones we care about. Durable goods and crude oil numbers coming out tomorrow. So not too important. 90 seconds to nuclear midnight. What does that even mean, bro? Are you saying there's going to be a nuclear war in 90 seconds? What does that even mean? Or 90 seconds to midnight? Jesus, why are you making that crazy prediction? Nick, you're crazy. So we'll see, you know, what type of craziness if Nick is predicting that, and if that actually happens. And obviously make sure you're one thumb distance away from the mushroom cloud. right? That's the rule. That's the rule of thumb. Day one thumbs. If your thumb can cover, the mushroom cloud from the distance you're standing at with one eye closed and you looking at the mushroom cloud, then you're safe. So make sure you do that, and if you do that, you'll be good. Okay? Coming back to the market though, nothing really on the economic calendar. One thing we have to do before we call it a night or even head to chess is talk about the IPOs tomorrow. Rubric, Lore, and which one is it? I guess this one, MRX. So we got 3 brand new IPOs coming out tomorrow. Is tomorrow the 25th? It's not, so we don't have to talk about it today. But they will be IPOing on the 25th of April. So we'll be talking about these stocks tomorrow. Make sure you tune in, along with all the other stocks that will be on the board, such as Meta, IBM. Same with stocks such as Tesla, Boeing, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, American Airlines. So we'll be looking at all these positions tomorrow, along with these brand new IPOs coming out very soon. So make sure you tune in at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Thursday, without fail, because I keep you covered with the banger trade ideas and the banger news for you to be ready for the next day trading session, ladies and gentlemen. The next day trading session. So looking for what type of opportunities QQQ gives it. Once again, we have trades if markets goes up, we have trades for the upside. If market goes down, we have trades for the downside. And that's how I love setting up, being ready for either direction. And if the market does nothing, these stocks should do their own things anyways, because they have their own separate catalyst and they have their own separate absolute reason to do whatever they want. So that's the beauty behind it. But if the market is going in the direction of these trades, that just makes it even better. More juice, more oomph. So that's what we would love to see over here. Now, that's basically all she wrote for today's stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for everybody who stuck around this whole time. Super job from the Brampton bunker. What the hell? But thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. Thanks for all the love and support, everybody in the chat, for sticking around for the last hour or so. But you know where we're heading to right now. Not the YouTube world, because sadly there's no new video that SMB Capital has dropped for us to watch and learn from. No new video. Is that Shakira eating wings? It's not something I might have to watch later. But something that we're gonna head to next right now. As you guys know, the night quest. The quest that we do every night. Let's head over to it. Make ourselves look like absolute fools. For everyone who's leaving, make sure you please hit the like and subscribe. Check out my affiliate sponsor links down below, along with all the other social media links. I've been very active on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, so make sure you check them out. The content on there will only keep getting better every day, so go check them out. Hit that like and subscribe on those videos too. Will mean the world to me. Thank you everybody who's doing that for me, and I will catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great night. Have an even better trading session. Thank you. Why is my chess.com lagging? There you go. Come on. First, we start off with puzzles. Okay, first we start off with puzzles. Black to move. Black. Why can't I just go here, let the rook come get me, and then I go here? Oh yeah, because he doesn't have the backup after. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that's not checkmate. Huh. Not this. Gotcha. Gotcha. Got it. Okay, understood. Understood. Black to move. I can just go here. Okay. White to move. Okay. I thought I was gonna bait the queen. Is that not the goal? Okay, that's not the goal. So what's the goal? Clearly in trouble over here. The goal is to checkmate the king. If I go here, the king has to move over. Oh yeah, okay, the king can't move over, and it's basically checkmate. Aha! Gotcha, bitch! Alright, black to move. King's here. Gotcha, bitch. Last one of the day, I think. Last one of the day. White to move. I just go here. Wait, why can't he go here? Why can't he just do this? What's blocking him over here? I'm white. Well, he can easily go here. How's that game over? Is it just asking me for the right thing to do, or is it asking me for... I guess this is the right thing to do because the quest is done, but he can't move here. I mean, he can move here. So why is this a checkmate? I don't understand, but okay. He has his queen here too. Okay. Well, we're doing a higher rating every single day, so that's good, but we're just not improving on our rating. Hey, queen's pawn. As everyone doing, welcome to the fight. Let's play a game. I'm trying to win a game, not lose a game. Does he know he just sacrificed that for no reason? Did he think his horse was covering that or something? The hell?
They say the truth will set you free. Is based on a lie. The truth that sets you free may also tear your life apart.
Hmm. Hmm. Wait, why didn't I just do that? I was worried about that. Okay. I'm losing to a 2-year-old. This is awesome. This is great. Do it, buddy. I dare you. He did it? What the hell? Why would I do that? The queen would die to the fucking thing. You're trying to end my game. Fuck you. You're trying to throw my game. It's already thrown. That makes it interesting. Damn it, I'm gonna lose this game. No, I got this. I got this. I'm losing a goddamn child. What? He just fucked up hard. Wait. Wait, this is winnable. Wait. Wait. No! Uh. can just kill me there. But now his thing's pinned. Okay, fuck it. Next step. He's pinned. He can't move that. He's trying to come there to kill him with that. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna have to protect. You can't bring any of these guys out. They're all locked. He brings him out, he's dead. He's still locked up. His main rank's locked up. He only has a queen right now. Locked. I can end this right here. I just need to take that. Ooh, almost threw that. Wow, almost threw that. Oh. No! This always happens to me! Fuck, I just lost my fucking rook now because I tried to challenge his fucking thing. He didn't do it? He didn't do it. Man, fuck this dude. I'm gonna make him draw. Watch this shit, chat. Yes! What did I say? I'm gonna make this idiot make me draw. He's not gonna know. He's not gonna know it. Alright. Whew. Alright. Run it back, Turbo. Run it back. Okay, we're gonna get this win. We never lose. Draw or win. Oh, that was stressful, man. One win a night. Come on, we can do this. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? That's what I thought. Now, are you sure about that? What the fuck? Either way, if he takes that, I just take his queen, and if he doesn't take my queen, I'm just wasting my move here, so there's no point in moving this piece at all. So I'm not gonna worry about it at the moment. I'm just gonna do this. Well, that one's taken care of from that, so I'm not gonna do that actually. So I'm just gonna worry about making my move elsewhere, cause fuck this dude. Fuck this dude. You can take that, I'll just come in and do that. Whatever. I'll lose a rook, you lose a queen. You sure about that trade? That's the main question over there. I'm okay. Thought he was backed up. Yeah, he is backed up. Okay, I'm not worried about that one either. Okay, what you plan to do this? You just plan to... Okay, he's backed up again. What's your game plan, bud? Maybe I should have brought this one over, which would have threatened him, but either way, I don't want to lose another bishop, so I'm okay with losing a rook, or sorry, a horse, but I'd much rather have his bishop. A bishop's much harder to play against than a horse at this ranks. This ranks, the horse is... Nobody really knows how to use a horse, and I'm saying that because I don't know how to use a horse that well to checkmate. A lot of people in these ranks struggle with that. Actually bring this guy out a bit, and then I can castle this guy over here. Come on. Okay, castle. Perfect. This covers me here. But I need to go here. That makes him move that. I have that look right there. And then if I can somehow manage to get here and then there, that's pretty much checkmate. So I need to go here and then there. Okay, perfect. That moves there so I can get here. He's got to move this, which is the only way he can block me. But then I can just take that. No, I can't. But then that blocks this path too, because that blows. So I just do this. Then I guess I take this. Then he comes in with this. I don't know. I don't know. Oh shit, don't do that. No! Did I pre-move already? I pre-moved. I could have ended the game there. I pre-moved. Checkmate. Let's go! I wasted a move. I could have won in 13 moves. That I pre-moved this because I was just trying to calculate that. But that was a free. All he had to do was bring this down over here, and that would have blocked the view. This was here, right? This was over here, right there. All he had to do was go here. That would have blocked that, but instead he did. What did he do? He took my horse. He took my horse instead of just simply going there. That's where he messed up. He got a free horse, I guess, but then that's still there, which I didn't really care about because I had this set up. So all I needed to do was do that, and that was game. Wow, what a game. What a game. Let's go. We did it. A clean win too. We planned for it. We needed him to not recognize what to do, and we capitalized on it. Now that's how you play chess. Now that's how you win. The first game, however, a lot of mistakes. It was warm-up. Warm-up game, we made mistakes, we lost. But this one, oh baby, let's go, chat. He could have eaten my bishop with his horse. Oh, when I moved it here. Yeah, he could have done that. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. He could have done that and wiped out my whole game plan. That was a big mistake. Who the hell is this? Oh, this is Nick R, isn't it? All right, let's play. Fuck your queen, buddy. Now let's see how you win. No stream sniping. Oh, he's watching closely after the last game. He's watching very closely. I will trade all day for no problem. Trust me. I will trade all day. Some might say I have a gambling addiction. Give me that. Look at him trying to pre-move so he doesn't spend enough time. I'm gonna beat him on time too. Watch this, chat. Oh, he's gonna win. I tried to troll him. I tried to troll him into a win, but he's gonna get the win here. Just end it. Alright, that's GG's. I had to call it a night anyways. I couldn't play another game. Mentally, I'm checked out. Mentally, I'm done with the day. All I care is that my one win in the normal rank mode where I really care about getting the win. The rest of the wins I don't care about. I am mentally checked out. It's 4 o'clock. Markets are closed and I'm done. That's how I treat the game. That's how I treat the market. But boy, oh boy, what a fun way to win at the end there. It was a good win. We planned it out. We got it in the bag. That was good. And hopefully that's what we do tomorrow too. Plan for the day and put the money in the bag exactly like we do every single day, baby. So make sure you, maybe you got some of the trade ideas for myself, or maybe you planned your own trade ideas. The whole idea at the end of the day is make a plan, stick to the plan, don't deviate from it. The second you start deviating from the plan and start making up the plan in the middle of the original plan, that's when you start making mistakes and start trading emotionally and so on. So don't do that. Stick to the plan. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to have a monster day today. So monster day tomorrow like you did today. Can't wait to see what you guys did. So make sure you show up at 8 o'clock here on YouTube, same time, same place, as always, Monday to Thursday, and also on our Discord where we're usually very active with as to what we're trading and so on. So come hang out with us on Discord. Follow me on all the other social media and fun stuff. The links are down below. Check out my affiliate sponsors, Trade Ideas, TraderSync, and Benzinga. Those links are also down below. And if you want to subscribe to my watch list, usually everything I do is free, absolutely free. You also see my watch list live on stream every single day for you. But if you want to subscribe to an actual copy of the watch list, you can do so by becoming a member on Patreon. The links are down below too. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed all the things that we had on store today. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow over here at 8 o'clock. We'll be having a lot of fun talking about Meta, IBM, and all other positions that are reporting. And all other positions that will be reporting tomorrow. So see you then. Until then, have a great night. Have an even better market trading sessions. TraderPrad out. Adios. Ciao. Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here. Back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day. So let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, TraderSync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.